and informative.
Hello and welcome to the News Machine, the hottest news magazine show on radio. We are reaching you from Hot FM stations in Lagos on 93.3 FM, Hot FM Abuja 98.3 FM, and Hot FM Owerri 99.5 FM, 7 a.m. to 7:15 a.m. Monday to Friday. I am Otobong Nkanta. This morning on the News Machine, Niger coup leaders, Nigeria's intervention team agreed to pursue dialogue. Coup in Niger, don't allow US and France push you to war, Oji Kalu tells Tinubu. Pastor Tunde Bakare says 2023 elections showed Nigerians are tired of APC. We will also be linking up for the voices in the news. The News Machine will be back after these messages.
Now you can get your news on. Hot, fresh, exciting, and exclusive. The News Machine.
Reaching you at the same time in Lagos, Abuja, and Owerri. 3 stays for the price of 1. Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7:15 a.m.
The News Machine. More than just news.
Hot FM.
We are more than just radio.
Welcome back to the News Machine. The serving overseer of the Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakare, has said that the results of the 2023 elections revealed that Nigerians are tired of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Bakare, who contested at the 2022 presidential primary of the APC, said this in a State of the Nation broadcast. Bakare said the APC he joined to form had deviated from the principles it was founded on. He said the fact that the votes polled by the APC during the 2023 presidential election declined from what it had in 2015 and 2019 was an indication that there was a loss of support for the party. Nigeria's intervention team, comprising prominent Islamic scholars in the country at the weekend, met with the coup leaders in Niger, where both parties agreed to intensify the option of dialogue in resolving the political crisis in that country. The Islamic ulamas, led by Sheikh Bala Lau, met with General Abdurrahmane Chani for several hours in Niger's capital, Niamey, during which they deliberated on all the issues, including the demand by ECOWAS leaders that former President Bazoum be reinstated. Bala Lau, who is the national chairman of Jamaatul Izalatul Bida Waikamatu Sunnah, said the clerics were in Niger on behalf of President Bola Tinubu, who accepted their request to intervene.
The ulama advised Mr. President that we want peace and reconciliation. Always, if there is anything happen between you and your neighbor, the Holy Quran commands you to reconcile. So we want reconciliation. That's what we are here. And our able leader and president accepted the offer that he wants us to intervene and to talk to our brothers over there in Niger Republic, the scholars as well there. How can we come together and bring a lasting solution to this problem?
Sheikh Lau said the team had earlier told President Tinubu, who is also the chairman of Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government, that their position is that the political impasse in Niger be resolved through dialogue. The senator representing Abia North Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Ojuzo Kalu, has advised President Bola Tinubu not to let the United States of America and France push him to military action against the junta in the Niger Republic. This plea follows ECOWAS' declaration of military action against the junta on Thursday during a summit held in Abuja. According to him, both the US and France want Nigeria to engage in the war, but the president should disregard their wishes, as going to war is not the right course of action.
Because if the Americans want to go to war, they should use their troops. They have almost 3,000, 4,000 troops there in Niger. They don't need to say, we will give you money, President Tinubu, we will give you arms, just go and fight. It is dangerous to fight in our backyard. You don't know where this fight will end. Nobody knows who is sponsoring this fight. I think the advisors of President Tinubu, which I'm also one of them, will continue pleading on him not to join that fight. Since Nigerian Senate have already said, no, you can't go to war, and he needs authorization of the Senate to go to war. So I don't think it's a good idea to go to war. What they should go to the juntas to do now to put a democratic process plan. They should give us a plan for 1 year, 6 months, 2 years plan to return to civil defense.
Senator Kalu emphasized that the war has no connection to Nigerians. He added that no Nigerian soldier should lose their life due to this conflict. Female deputy governors in Nigeria have pledged their support towards lifting the lives of Nigerian women through the Renewed Hope Initiative, a pet project of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. Speaking on behalf of the female deputy governors, Ogun State Deputy Governor Noimot Solako Yedele noted that Nigeria's human capacity and the future of the country is dependent on the investment made in women, youth and children.
As mothers and politicians, we all agree that the future of our country is dependent on the investment we make in our children. To ensure that future generations of Nigerians are healthy, educated and productive, the health and nutrition of under fives, the quality of compulsory basic education for our children, and skills acquisition and empowerment for our youth must be a priority. As representatives of our respective states and deputy governors, we pledge our support for the extraordinary initiatives Your Excellency will spearhead. Together, we commit to working with you to create an enabling environment where women can thrive and excel in all spheres of life.
The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in her remarks, expressed her gratitude for the support and unity shown to her and the Renewed Hope Initiative by the Deputy Governors. Now it's time to get the trendy stories from the News Machine studios at Hot FM 98.3 Abuja. Let's hook up with more news coming from the nation's capital.
Good morning, I'm Tonyo Kokodia. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has vowed to honor his campaign commitment of generating 1 million new jobs for youth in the digital economy for their upliftment and national economic development in general. The president made the pledge over the weekend in his message on the occasion of the 2023 International Youth Day, while renewing the commitment of his administration to creating meaningful opportunities for Nigerian youth. President Tinubu, who acknowledged the growing interest and impact of the many young Nigerians in technology-related fields, expressed belief in the principle, to whom much is given, much is expected, and remains undeterred in his focus on delivery. Tinubu stressed that youth empowerment remained a fundamental pillar of all reform actions being implemented across the sectors in order to create an environment where Nigerian youth can thrive and contribute to the growth and development of the country. The president, in a statement by his spokesperson Ajuri Ngalale, urged youth to champion national progress, unity and collective prosperity for all the citizens of the country. In consonance with the theme of this year's event, Green Skills for Youth, towards a sustainable world, the president implored young Nigerians to spearhead efforts aimed at achieving the highest quality of sustainable development. And our reports say over time the cattle industry in Nigeria has been neglected and the competition for resources, water, access and grazing lands has resulted in violent conflict between sedentary farmers and herders. According to the report, many farmers are now looking at opportunities within various industries in the livestock sector for income generation and reduction or elimination of bloodshed. One of the emerging stakeholders, the National Pasture and Livestock Feed Association of Nigeria, said they had received an order from other countries to supply a variety of grass for cattle feed called Chloris Guyana, worth $70 million. Muhammad Ali Baba, the president of Pasture and Livestock Feed Association of Nigeria, the reporters on Sunday that there are so many opportunities for farmers who want to cultivate varieties of improved grasses which can be taken by either ranchers in the country or exported to countries with large dairy herds with suitable land for cultivation. He said Chloris Guyana is a significant tropical grass found across tropical and subtropical regions of the world, noting that it has great qualities, drought-resistant, and is an effective feed for grazing and hay. Ali Baba said the government needed to give an appropriate focus to the sector because it has enormous potential, adding that countries like the United Arab Emirates are waiting for the farmers to produce and export. He also said there was a good potential, particularly in terms of milk, given the quantum of resources yearly ranchers waste on importation of grasses that ordinarily would have been produced locally. And that's all from the News Machine studios in Abuja. I'm Tonya Kokodia. Over to Lagos.
All right, let's link up with the News Machine studios at Hot FM 99.5 Owerri for the trendy news happening in the southeastern part of the country.
Many thanks for joining us at our Hot FM studios in Owerri. I am Ifeyunwa Nwanna. The governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, who is also the gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC for the upcoming November 11th governorship election, has officially introduced Lady Nnedinma Ekomaru as his running mate. The highly anticipated event took place on Saturday, the 12th of August 2023, during the APC stakeholders meeting and was attended by key party stakeholders. During his speech, Governor Uzodinma highlighted his vision and plans for the state, emphasizing his commitment to the development and progress of Imo State.
When I promised the people of Imo State that I will run a transparent administration, I meant every word of it. If I were pushing the purse, embezzling the money of Imo State, all this international award will not come. This government is for the people. Our works will speak for us. Today we are here to reinforce our genuine claim for re-election. I have picked a female deputy governorship candidate in the person of Lady Chinyere Ihoma Ekomaru. I believe that she will add value to this ticket. I expect Imo women to appreciate this gesture as my genuine appreciation of their innate strength and capacity to make contribution to the growth of our state.
The governor also used the occasion to urge his political opponents to desist from politics of bitterness as he challenged them to present issues based on Imo people.
We don't need to employ tactics, subterfuge, propaganda, deceitful politics to achieve re-election. That belongs to the opposition who have nothing concrete to say. In other words, they have nothing to campaign with. I challenge them to publish their campaign program. I challenge them to come up with a developmental agenda.
Governor Uzodinma will face formidable opponents in the November polls, including Senator Samuel Anyanwu of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Senator Athana Chono of the Labour Party, among others. The Nigerian Navy has promised to assist Abia State government tackle the rising wave of insecurity in the state as well as other parts of the country. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, who pledged when he visited Governor Alex Oti, applauded the governor for the launch of Operation Crush, a special joint security operation against violent crime in the state. The naval boss also thanked Governor Oti for his continued support to security agencies, including the payment of the operational allowances of the Nigerian Navy and other security agencies in the state. Receiving the naval chief and his entourage, Governor Oti expressed pleasure and congratulated him on his appointment, while extending gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for the appointment, which he said the Southeast had not had in the last 30 years. At least 4 people have lost their lives while properties worth millions of naira were destroyed when Oyofo and our communities clashed over a land dispute at Ezago local government area of Enugu State over the weekend. Among the properties destroyed were 1 tricycle and 5 motorcycles. While confirming the incident, the spokesperson for the Enugu State Police Command, Daniel Ndukwe, on Saturday said that 12 suspects were arrested in connection with the murder of the 4 casualties during the dispute. That's all from the News Machine studios at Hot FM Owerri. Back to our studios in Lagos for the rest of the news. I am Ifeyunwa Nwanna.
You are listening to the News Machine, reaching you from our stations in Lagos, Abuja and Owerri, 7 a.m. to 7:15 a.m. Monday to Friday. Let's hear what correspondent Nessa Sani has for us on Voices in the News.
Presidency spokesman Dele Alake talks about the student loan scheme.
The President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, signed into law the Students' Loans Bill. And that Students' Loans Bill, you all know what it entails, what it connotes, the meaning. This is a promise made during the presidential campaign by the then candidate, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he will bring back the issue of the student loans issue onto the front burner. And today, that promise he made has been kept. He has just signed that bill into law, which henceforth will allow or enable our indigent students to access the federal government loans to fund their educational pursuit.
And now bringing you sports stories, Roberto Mancini has resigned as manager of Italy after 5 years in charge. The 58-year-old Italian took charge of the team after they failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup and led them to victory at Euro 2020, beating England on penalties in the final at Wembley. And that's all we have for you in today's edition of the News Machine. Thank you for listening and do have a lovely day ahead. Good morning.